Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving headfirst into the exhilarating world of Ada compilation on macOS aarch64. Get ready for a wild ride.
Ooh, Ada. That's a language I haven't touched in ages. What's the big deal with getting it working on this specific architecture?
Exactly. The author, Dr. Callahan, wanted a native Ada compiler, specifically GNAT, on his new M-series MacBook. But there were no pre-built packages. The horror.
So a total DIY project then? Sounds like a fun challenge. What was his first step?
First, he tried all the usual suspects. Homebrew, McPorts, the whole shebang. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Then he found Allure, an Ada package manager, which had a macOS/x8664 NAT compiler. A glimmer of hope.
Smart move using a package manager. So he had an x8664 compiler but needed an aarch64 one. Did he just recompile it?
Not quite. He used a two-stage process. Stage 1 involved using the x8664 GNAT compiler to build a cross-compiler. A compiler that runs on x8664 but generates code for aarch64. Clever, right?
I see. A cross-compiler to build a native compiler. That's elegant. But it sounds complex. What kind of hurdles did he encounter?
Oh, plenty. He had to wrestle with "configure" scripts, deal with some AutoTools quirks, and even had a "collect two" binary miscompilations that caused a seg fault. He fixed that by cleverly swapping in the "collect two" from his GDC compiler. Talk about problem solving.
Wow, that sounds intense. Did he use virtualization at all?
Yes. He used Virtual Buddy to spin up a virtual macOS machine to do the initial compilation. He even mentions that it was surprisingly snappy, even with only 4 CPUs and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Impressive.
So after all that, he had a native aarch64 GNAT compiler. Did he stop there?
Absolutely not. He then integrated it into a full GCC suite, including C, C++, D, Fortran, and more. The ultimate all-in-one. He even shared the resulting tarball online for everyone to use. Amazing!
That's incredibly generous of him. So the whole process was a success? No more struggling with Ada on Apple Silicon?
Precisely. He essentially solved a significant problem for the Ada community on macOS/aarch64, a true testament to perseverance and technical skill. And he even hopes that package managers will now include GNAT compilers, making it even easier for everyone.
This is fantastic. A great example of open source collaboration and problem solving. Thanks for sharing this story.
You're very welcome. That's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Join us again tomorrow for more exciting tech adventures. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.